What's up, everyone? Got another video here for you. This one's going to be a little different. We're not working on any of the toys. We're actually going to do a little work to the workhorse of the whole production here. Does all my towing. Has never actually had anything go wrong with it. Got 103,000 miles on it. It's my V6 2010 Tacoma. Great truck, but my alternator took a shit. So we're gonna change that out, and I figure this would be a good opportunity to show you guys what to do. It's actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. There's a couple of ways to do it. There's one way where you can go through the top. You're gonna have to remove some of the shrouding, even the fan, engine cover. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna come through the bottom. I'm gonna drop the skid plate, and we're gonna take the battery and the battery tray out, and we should be able to get to everything there. Get this switched out and hopefully be back on the road. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see it. That's the alternator right there on the driver's side. So we're going to start by disconnecting these two connectors here. Like I said, we're going to get the battery out, and we're going to remove the tray as well. And then we're going to go underneath the truck here, and we're going to drop the skid plate here, which is just 4 12s, I think, on each corner, and that will allow us to come up from underneath. And actually, I don't think you guys can see it, but there's a tensioner pulley that I can get a 14 on, detension it, and then you can slide a Allen key in this little placeholder for it that'll keep the belt loose, and that should give us enough to wiggle the alternator off after we get the bolts here. It's a 12 there, and then kind of on the other side down below, which will be a little harder to get to, there's another 12 there. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And then of course putting it back together is everything in reverse. Not sure how much of this I'll show because of how simple it is, but if I run into any problems, I'll definitely film those. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I think the first thing we'll do is disconnect the battery and take the tray out. Battery plate actually just sits in there. There's actually a couple of indents that fit right into there. Okay, we got the battery and the battery pan out, and we've got a lot disconnected. I think we have just one more bolt for the mounts and the wiring. So I got the green one disconnected. I got this one unbolted. We'll definitely want to clean that up. And then I removed a bolt for a mount right here. And there's another one, another crusty looking, can you see it? 10, right there. Got my finger, I'm fingering it. There you go, right there. Which should disconnect this harness here. I should be able to move it out of the way. And then we'll drop the skid plate, loosen the belt, and then I should just have the two 12s on the alternator, and we should be able to wiggle it out in between here once I get this out of the way. Sorry if you guys can't see. I can barely see, in fact. There's not that much clearance there. I'm going to get a wrench. Hopefully this ratchet wrench will work. Yeah, boy. Alright, so this whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, we can lift it up out of the way. Yeah. So when that comes out, we'll probably move the alternator forward and then try to hopefully wiggle it out there. All right, let's get that belly pan off. Or not belly pan, but skid plate. All right, welcome to underneath my Tacoma, where we have just 4 bolts holding this skid plate on. So we got 1, 2, 3, and where's the other one? Oh, 4 right here. So let's get her done. Here we go. It's gonna drop. Oh, yep. Wow. Got a little cancer there. Although everything else looks pretty good. This vehicle actually was a Hawaii vehicle before I bought it. So it does have some surface rust, but nothing crazy. I've never seen that before. Maybe one of these days I'll grab a new one. Let's move this out of the way. And then grab these so we don't lose them. Okay. With a couple zip ties, some creativity. Because I don't have 3 arms, I basically use the zip ties to hold the wrench in place, holding that open while I got my arm up there and stuck the hex in there. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this like this. No reason to take it apart, but that gives me enough slack on the belt now to where I should be able to get the alternator off. So let's go back on top, hit the couple of alternator bolts, and see if we can wiggle that thing out. All right, that actually wasn't bad at all. So as you can see, the belt is loose and easily wiggled right off, just like so. And then we want to be careful not to slip that off of anything else. And then both of these bolts are off, and we're going to bring this forward and hopefully wiggle it through here. I'm really hoping we can. All right, wish me luck, guys. All right, that actually wasn't that bad. We got our crusty one here, which I've seen a lot worse that still work. And we have our new one here. So just checking to make sure everything looks the same. The connectors are exactly the same, all the mounting brackets. So we're just gonna basically slap this back in, do the exact opposite of what you just saw me do. I'll probably show a little bit of me putting the alternator in, but I'm gonna skip the belly pan and all that stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory. So wish me luck. We're gonna wiggle this back in there and hopefully this goes in without a problem, I'm hoping. We'll see. All right, well, I think that's it. It's in there, belt's on tight, everything's double checked, battery's connected. I am holding off on this. I'm actually gonna call around, see if I can't find maybe like a replacement or something like that. If not, I'm gonna throw it back on there, but the hole right there is bothering me. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Just making sure nothing has fallen into the engine bay. But yeah, let's fire it up and see if this works. Okay, no battery light, come on. Nice. Let's take a peek. Looks good. All right. Another problem solved. Cool. All right. Now we can get back to other things like that. Some of those. All right, guys. I know this is a little different than what you're used to. Thanks for joining me. And as always, peace.